Audio Addiction, where you can find the latest in album reviews, band interviews, and live show coverage. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you guys New Found Glory's 9th studio album, Makes Me Sick. That's right, they've been around since 1997, and they are going strong. They're actually doing a 20th year tour, and I actually took some coverage of that. You can find it on the channel. But I just want to talk a bit about New Found Glory, because they haven't really changed much as far as their lineup is concerned. So we still have on lead vocals Jordan Pundik, we have Chad Gilbert on guitar and also does backup vocals, we have Ian Grushka on bass, and rounding out the four-piece band we have Cyrus Baluki on drums. And this album, Makes Me Sick, is put out by Hopeless Records. So what I'm going to be doing is going through every track on here, saying some things I liked, some things I didn't like, and then just giving you my overall impressions of the album and scoring it up. So the first song on the album is called Your Jokes Aren't Funny, and I really did enjoy this track because it kind of, eases you into the album. Everything kind of fades in from the beginning instrument-wise. It's got this cool synth, which reminds me of Motion City soundtrack. Clever lyrics, there's a nice guitar solo in there, and the harmonies are great in this as far as vocals are concerned. And I like how it does slow down at the end and kind of gets very large feeling to just kind of end the song. The second song I want to talk about is called Party on the Apocalypse. Now the whole world is full of it, gonna bunker jumping in. After everyone self-destructs, pump the action, we'll climb back up. So this one has a music video, and I just love the whole vibe of the song. It's just super happy pop punk. You just kind of want to headbang to it. The verse is just like a really groovy kind of feel, and the guitar going into the chorus, it kind of goes back and forth, and it just explodes into the chorus, which is really awesome. I like the whole message behind the song in general. The whole theme is like, hey, the world's ending, but that doesn't mean we can't celebrate, ourselves and what we had. It was just a very optimistic kind of message to something as dreary as the apocalypse. I also did enjoy the interlude as well, and the final fade into the chorus literally has like an explosive sound of something, just blowing up, which is kind of cool. And of course, rounding out the end of the song is the awesome harmonies. So the third track is called Call Me Antisocial. It's got this really neat 80s vibe to it with the synth in the beginning and the verses, and you got, the classic kind of palm muted verse going in there that flows really well. This reminds me a lot of their older stuff, or a lot of pop punk in the early 2000s in general, so it's kind of got that nostalgia feel, and it's another one that makes you want to headbang, and this is one of those songs you just kind of want to party to. It's got a great guitar solo, and there's a quiet part in the middle with Jordan just singing, which, he does a great job on this track overall with his vocals. So the fourth track on the album is called Happy Being Miserable. I don't wanna know you, I don't think we should talk anymore. I want the best for you, but you're happy being miserable. I don't wanna know you. So this one has a music video, and this is also one that they are playing around on their tour. I actually heard it live on their 20th year anniversary tour, so I've already been familiar with the song, and they played it great live, and this is my favorite track on the album. I think it's safe for me to say, just his vocals, Jordan's vocals are just very kind of punkish, which I really, really dug. And the overall lyrics were great. It's just the drums really, they go into something really interesting with the hi-hat offbeat, which I really like, kind of just changing up the pace a little bit. Of course, they got a great guitar solo in here, and the break at the chorus is pretty cool, and just again, nice harmonies at the end of the song. So track number 5 is called The Sound of Two Voices, and this is the most unique song on the album. From the get-go, it sounds like it's a tropical song. I think I can hear some steel drums in there, some maracas and bongos, so it's full of awesome percussion. The drums itself kind of carry themselves into this nice tom beat that goes into something a little bit different through the chorus of the song. And then the bass is also really good. And this song is nice. It's a refresher because it kind of slows things down from the first 4 tracks on this album. I think Jordan has great range on this one, and it's a nice transition. I like how the song kind of just fades with the instruments slowly going out, so really well done. Track number 6 is called Blurred Vision, and I did like this song. It was kind of a nice beginning where it eases you in, and the song in general just kind of cruises along. It's a strong type ballad song, and the drums in the song were very nice. I like how they had that staggered beat, interesting lyrics too, like saying, "I'm giving up love." And the guitar solo again was really cool. It had more of a high octave kind of sound to it, and this one definitely ended on an epic note with everything just kind of going out with a bang. Okay, track number 7 is called Say It, Don't Spray It. I did like the reverb on the vocals in the beginning. It adds in each instrument one at a time to kind of build up, and then it picks up speed from the beginning. It grooves into this really cool chorus. Another classic pop punk sounding song, I will say. I do like the drums on the chorus with this alternating hi-hat kind of beat, and really cool at the 2:20 mark. There's this awesome synchronization effect between two different guitars. Track number 8 is called Barbed Wire, and this is up there with one of my favorite songs on a track. First off, I really like the synth in the full sounding kind of intro that it has. I like the drums on the toms that move from the beginning and kind of carries into the chorus. It's got the strongest chorus on the album, I will say. Really addicting lyrics, and I did like the drum roll kind of just going into that last chorus. So track 9 is called Short and Sweet, and this is my least favorite track on the album, guys. This is an interesting beginning with the solo guitar, but it is the slowest song, and you know, the lyrics are just so cliche. I don't deserve someone as beautiful as you. And you know, it's just something that just went on for a little bit too long for me. So closing out the album, we have track number 10 called The Cheapest Thrill, and I really did like how they did a bass and a drum intro, and then the bass in this song really, you know, stands out from everything else. It just kind of carries the whole track through, and it's a nice, bright, happy song that kind of close out the album. I did like the keyboard, the synth kind of backing everything up, really cool lyrics, and it's just overall a great way to kind of end the album and end the song. The song just kind of fades out, and then the album subsequently kind of fades out. So I'm going to talk about the strengths of the album. So first off, I really did like the summer vibes. So just from seeing the cover of that kind of paradise atmosphere, it definitely lends itself to most of the tracks on this album. They just really make you feel happy. This is coming out at a great time. You know, we're leaning into summer, so we got this great soundtrack to kind of get us pumped up. I did like how they experimented with the keyboard, with the synth in a lot of these songs, and overall the instrumentation was really solid on everybody. Okay, so moving into my cons, I will say that they could have used some faster songs. New Found Glory is known to have like these hyper rapid songs, but there wasn't really any on this album. Also, I would have liked to see an acoustic track. This is only a 10-track album, so I think they could have just squeezed out an additional one to make it 11. And finally, I feel like they didn't experiment enough with like new ideas, new unique ideas. Yeah, they added in a keyboard, a synth, but I did like where they were going with the sound of two voices and stuff, like a really drastically different song. So that being said, I'm going to give New Found Glory's Night Studio album, Makes Me Sick, a score of a 7.5 out of 10. You could tell these guys had a great time making this album. Actually, they made this album, most of it, in the back of their touring bus. It's great having the technology we have now with computers and whatnot. You can actually do a lot on your own. So, I mean, just coming from that perspective, it's saying that like they're staying true to themselves. And I think that's what could be said about the album, is if you want to hear some New Found Glory, well, this is it. Like, I mean, they're not going to disappoint you, but they're also not going to make you feel like this is the best thing they've ever done. I think they could have just, you know, tried to, you know, step more out of their comfort zone. But still, these are tracks that I'm going to be listening to on and on and on. But I want to know what you guys thought of this album. Let me know in that comment section below. Also, feel free to subscribe to our channel here at Audio Addiction. Like I said before, we have band interviews, album reviews, and live show coverage. I'm Chris. I want to thank you guys for watching, and bye-bye.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.